What's up, guys? So I've been recently getting back into Rust, and I got a pretty decent base going here with my trio, so I thought I'd show it off to you guys. Starting out here in what started as an external TC and turned into a garage. We put a spot for a mini on top there, and then made a spot for a vehicle. And we've been bringing horses in here as well. And composting. You can see we got a lot of compost, a lot of pickles, taking care of these guys. I've found this loop that I do in the map where I start out here near mining outpost and come around and end up by ranch and end up with the horse that I bring home. So we just kind of ended up with a bunch of horses over the days and have been turning their compost into scrap. Got high external stone walls here, and inside of here we've filled this with wooden spikes, so that way if you get over the first set you hit the spikes, you know, obviously someone could fly a mini in still. And then outside of our base, I've also surrounded the walls with the wooden floor spikes, and we also have a camera set up there so we can see this exit before we leave. And over there in the distance you can see a store that I've made. We're selling different stuff, mostly sulfur. But yeah, I got a couple hundred of these spikes surrounding our base, and then you can see some externals out here to prevent people from building over our high walls. Going back into the... So this is the power for the camera. Going back into the base here, to prevent people, if they do get in from hiding from the turret, we put these spikes here as we ended up building a turret onto the side of our base. Wasn't really planned for originally, but it's worked out. And then I've also ended up building this onto the side of the base to watch the bottom floor. We got another turret there. Each of these has a revolver in it. There's a couple holes in the wall. I've learned how to better place high walls now, so the next base will be better, but unfortunately I didn't learn it before this base. So some more externals here. And then you'll see everything's covered in lights. These are non-functioning lights, but these prevent people from placing floors in those locations so people can't build up. You can also see a pipe here. We got automation ran to our crude, so ignite it here, got a wire ran in, and it automatically takes it back in. So I got a ladder hidden in here, which is a trick. You gotta do that while you're building. So you put a ladder against the wall, and then before you build the other wall. We also got some turrets up here watching the roof. I originally planned for there to be another floor on here, but at the beginning I decided that it was getting to be a little too expensive, so I just stopped here. And we got some spotlights, one watching the front door there, one pointed over at the store I got set up there. If you're on the roof, I just got this ladder for getting back up. These turrets are behind 2 layers of fencing. If you didn't know, other players cannot shoot through 2 layers of fence, but the turret's able to shoot out, so someone can't simply shoot out your turret. So going down into the base, I set up these Christmas lights so you kind of had a reference as you were coming down. And then coming into the base here, this is our dump chest along with some automation. So anything you put in here pretty much gets sorted out. We keep food here, but this one right here is moving scrap and components and resources into one box. This is the automation for the crude oil cooking, which I have set up right here in this box. So you put wood and crude oil in here, and it's gonna keep going until the wood is gone. You push this button to start the igniter, and then this just moves everything out of there. So as soon as the small oil refinery is done cooking, it moves it into this box, and then this box moves it down into the main storage area. So we got a shotgun trap watching most of the entrances here, so if somebody blows in through the side or gets into the base, they're going to end up meeting a little internal defenses here. And so we just got a... This right here is just a skin for the campfire, but it's pretty nice because you can't burn yourself on it. So keep that right by the door. Research table. Here's our mixing table and our, like I said, for cooking the crude. This is a bedroom here. I can show you in a second. Here's our locker, which is getting automatically restocked. So there's some kind of weird issue with the hazmat suits, but so basically you're just going to drag one of these out. Anything you drag out ends up getting replaced, and each one of these controls a different kit in the locker. Here's the guys I play with. We got Turd Ferguson, Corbo, and me. I made them each give me a skull, so just our repair bench here. We got a phone, and we can take voicemails, but nobody's really leaving them. These two doors go into bedrooms, and then this door goes down into our main core. Into here, so this is my bedroom area, so I ended up splitting this up. And here's the storage feeding our lockers, so you can see I've kind of stocked it up, so anything that gets used is just going to automatically get transferred. This one right here is just for wood storage, which is again automated from that first box up there into a box downstairs. Got a computer watching stuff. I can check my store. Here's the one I was telling you about outside, and you know, just watching other important places we go to every once in a while. Into here's my bedroom. So this is this layer here. This is just a layer of honeycomb, but I turned it into a functional space. So yeah, my bedroom, and I just I put out some of the DLC stuff, but I have all the electrical ran in here. So red is main power, green is lighting, internal lighting in the base, orange is I forget. Purple is for our automation. Oh, orange is for the smart stuff. So I haven't exactly set all that up, but that's going to be like the TC monitor and things like that. So going back out of here. So yeah, this doesn't serve a purpose anymore, but all these pipes go from each box into this combiner. And then the combiner goes to a splitter, which goes to the 3 separate outfits. This is one of the other guy's rooms. He's got his own lock on there. This is the third guy's room. And so each player's kind of set it up their own way, but I ran some electrical in here for him for his own furnace, and he has some personal storage in here. And he's working on a tier 2 research, so he's got that in there. This guy's room is identical to my room. And then ended up replacing this garage door. We got some armored doors on here now, and then we're going down into the core. So we did get raided once, and I had an issue placing the TC, so it's just open now. I would ideally like to have a door here protecting this, but got some boxes up here, some automation. This is a smart alarm I was working on, but I haven't quite set that up. This I was getting ready for some automated crafting. I haven't hooked that up yet, but here's our tier 3 in here with a couple batteries, and then and some of our important stuff we stick down here. Nothing in there right now. And then in here, so this is the main storage and where a lot of the automation happens. So everything comes down and gets moved into this box. But then I have filters up here for moving some items into here and out of here. And so ended up tools. Here's our components and stuff. Okay, so everything gets moved down into this box. This filter moves the wood out of here into my main storage. This one moves everything down into the smaller box. I'm obviously trying to figure something out with the wood still, but that gets everything down into here that we want. And then this one here, so components and things that I consider components but the game doesn't. So scrap, targeting computer, CCTV camera. Anytime I notice something not filtering correctly in here, I go and I set it back up onto these. So you see I got armored floors above the core all over in here. And then on the outside of this, so we got 4 layers on the outside of the base here. You can't really see. There's like roofs and walls nested in below. So basically we're standing on top of one of the storage cores right now. Or right now. So there's a wall here, a wall here. Then the inside of here there's a roof. And another wall. So if you count that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers that somebody has to go through to get to the main core if they went through the walls. And then we also have, so this is the roof, so 1, 2 layers to get down to the core from the roof, which is a little cheaper raid, but you wouldn't necessarily know that looking at it. But I would ideally like to have another floor up here. Anytime we get the bear rugs, I bring them and throw them down here to keep up with the comfort. And I've been overlapping them if they overlap, and throwing out rugs if I get them. A little comfort here right by the door. One thing that kind of sucks with this space for a duo trio is the narrow hallways. So if I could redo this space again, I wouldn't give everybody such big bedrooms. I would use this space a little more for internal, so get some of this stuff out of the hallway. So this space ended up being good enough for me to, you know, have a bed in my own box. I could even have more. Obviously, I put all this garbage in here, so I could have... Yeah, anyway, I could have done a lot more with this space. So this was originally my bedroom, so got the computer in here. If I could have done the same, get this stuff out of the hallway, because we end up having to duck and jump over each other's heads and stuff. It's kind of annoying and inconvenient. So yeah, that's the base that I've made for this wipe. And I don't know if you're interested in seeing the build for it, you can, but I think it's pretty straightforward from the way that I described the honeycombing there. Obviously this is up 1 floor higher than it really needed to be, but like I said, I planned on putting another floor in here. But you can see the main TC storage ended up with a little bit more protection, so the space isn't completely symmetrical around this diamond. It's built to protect the TC room. So our externals out there, and these aren't the disconnectable ones. I'm kind of interested in trying that next time, but that's it. I guess if you do want to build a tutorial, let me know and I can show you. But there it is. That's my base. Thanks for checking it out.